What's good, Chaotic Nation? It is your boy Chaos here. Welcome back to the Alpha Sapphire Colorlocke. We are back here in We are back in Hoenn again with our blue crew. Dabba-dee-dabba-die. Challenging the trick house today. I got through the rest of the route there, popped those trainers, so Deathwish got a couple of levels, but mostly I want to do this because A, we have a Pokemon with cut, B, we have some training we can do, and C, money is helpful because I can always run back to... Oh, you could just skip the whole room. Money is helpful because we can go buy those really good TMs back in Slateport, so that's kind of the plan here as we're going through this trick room. I know I talked in the last episode about... I'm just getting through these tree animations. They take forever. The last episode, I talked about wanting to talk about some things, specifically PDL and this other topic. So while I'm thinking of PDL, I'll go ahead and start talking about that, which of course, firstly, if you're not watching PDL, I would encourage it. Second of all, if you're not watching PDL, I would encourage you to watch somebody who actually can win a game. Because I'm on a pretty bad losing streak right now. And by that, I mean 2 in a row. And by that, I mean I'm 1 in 3, if I've calculated it correctly. You're like, yeah, how do you know you're 1 in 3 right now? You're recording this before your match even last week. Yeah, I know. I'm just preemptively knowing that I'm going to lose versus Haunter, and I'm probably going to lose this week because I'm just bad at battling, dude. There's never been... This is the one season where I feel like I have a really good team, and yet I'm still struggling to get a win. So, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if I really am just a terrible battler, and that's what it is. I don't know if it's doubles. I don't know if, I mean, I've never been good at Sword and Shield. The only time I've done double battling is in Sword and Shield. I don't know if that's what it is, and I just can't plan for doubles. But I also want to apologize to everyone who watches the videos. It's like, Chaos is just a whiny, sore loser. You're not wrong. Because I hate losing. You've seen it with everything that I've done. It's part of my DNA, and I want to get better at, taking the L's. And I'm not making... There was another letter joke there that I'm not making, so I won't. But I do need to get better at, understanding that losing is part of the process of getting better. My main issue is I feel like I'm building really solid teams, and like every time I prep something, every time you prep a team, there's like that little bit of, well, this could go wrong or that could go wrong. And it feels like every other coach knows that those are the things that are going to go wrong or where they're going to win, and they use them and they get them through. I don't know if people are like, I'm accidentally like live streaming my stuff, or I'm just that predictable, which is not how I've ever played. So very weird. But I don't know. I want to try some new stuff out. I feel like the problem with Sword and Shield is like I start out with a team that I'm like, oh, this looks good on paper. We get to a battle and then it just sucks. And I'm like, okay, I need to switch some things around. And then by the time I have my team fully prepped and built, season's over, I'm not in playoffs and I can't even use it. So it's kind of a little bit annoying. But I understand, like, the other coaches, they're also making really good preps and really good plays, and I really can't be mad at that. Like, so the last couple battles have been... It feels like anything... It feels like Murphy's Law is happening to me. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Like this battle right here is a perfect example, because I can't freaking land a move. And then he freaking crits me, and now I have to switch out into something that can take this, which is nothing on my team. Well, I'm just gonna have to play risky here. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna Dragon Rage. Yeah, just perfect action moves, man. I don't know. It's just frustrating. Like, I'm not mad at any of the coaches. Oh, frick, of course, so why not? I'm upset that I'm not. I feel like I'm not using my full potential anytime I battle. And part of that's just getting better at it. You know, as much as I prep and field prep, there are times I just don't feel like I'm doing well enough. Also, this is incredibly scary. And I remember a couple episodes ago where I was like, I'm not banking on crits, but I'm banking on a crit right now. 50%. There you go. It's a 50% crit right there. You know, if I don't get it, that's like the most unlucky roll in the world, which has happened. It's like shiny hunting, but the reverse. As long as there's a possibility that it can happen, it could. And if there's a possibility it can't happen, it might not. You don't know until the RNG decides to kick you in the nards. It's just part of it. All right, that's really why I wanted to come in here, because that expert belt is going to be phenomenal for our team members. Did I remember it was there? I'm gonna act like I did. And I think we want to give that to Larry. It's gonna make Larry a little bit better on the offensive side of things. Not that Larry's bad, but definitely good on the offensive. And we get a TM. Unfortunately, it's Thunderwave. I mean, I don't think Thunderwave's terrible. It's not my favorite thing to have in the world, but still. I don't know. I want to get better at competitive. I just feel like I'm playing horrible. And I'm gonna have everyone in the comments like, no, you're not playing horrible. You're just unlucky. And I know you're trying to, you know, make me feel better, but I'm just gonna be upset about it. It's just what it is. Like, you can't say anything to change my mind from being like, yeah, I'm horrible at everything. But we're getting there, I think. It's all part of the process. I go through shifts, and I think each of us go through shifts. I know I've talked to a few of the other coaches about some shifts that we've gone through. It's like, you make a mistake and I'm like, man, I never want to play competitive ever again. It's like, how was I this stupid? That's me this entire season. Well, I have made some really good trades, and done some fun things to reorganize my team. It just depends on if it matters or not. If I can get, like, yeah, I gotta get a couple more wins if I want to get the playoffs. And at this point, I'm at the crossroad, the intersection of, I don't have the time really to get the playoffs. This is a Megastone, right? Yeah, it's a Megastone. I don't have the time really to do playoffs. Like, I've pre-built all my teams. I have to fix one of them because I built incorrectly. But I've prepped all of my teams so far. So basically all I have to do is find the Pokemon in my box that, you know, fits the EV spread that I want or the IV spread that I want, train them up, and give them the movesets I want, and go from there. All right, Timmy, that's a bit of an issue. That's a bit of a problem for my team. I did teach that's exactly why we got that fire move. Jack has it, right? Fusion Flare or whatever. Exactly why I have a fire move. Because I knew I was going to get a situation where I couldn't beat a grass type. And now, you know, that I have like Fusion Flare, we just one-shot it. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like in past seasons I've done a lot of out-of-the-box plays that have worked. Yes, I know some haven't. It's just, you know, like, I feel like I'm coming up with strategies. And I don't know if I'm predictable in the fact that I'm doing the best thing for my team. And I was like, oh, Chaos is doing the best thing for this battle. Maybe I gotta prep to build like the worst like, this is like, I'm gonna suck. And I don't care if I suck. I'm just gonna play with it and, you know, hope it works. Maybe that's what I gotta do. Maybe that's what I've done the last couple. I obviously don't want to tell you what my strategy is because I know that unfortunately the people who watch my content are also PDL people. And the last thing I want them to know is, oh, Chaos is gonna do some really dumb stuff this week. And that's fine. You know, he's gonna have switcheroo lagging to ill, and we're gonna be like, oh crap, how do we deal with that? Which, by the way, that was just a very lucky play on my end. Not what I wanted to target with that, but it worked out. Sometimes these things work out. I don't know. But, you know, I have some strategies that I haven't used this season that I want to get out there. Obviously, I've been making some changes to the team, so we'll see about that. And just so this isn't 100% a draft league video, you know, we've talked about it for the first third of the video. I'll speak about something else, but if you want to, you know, ask me questions about draft league, obviously comments are a place to do that. But something else that's come to my attention recently with specifically YouTube is there's been all these videos about like how the algorithm works, and you know, like I'm really interested in that from a perspective that I am a content creator and I upload on this platform, and I want to know the ins and outs of how to, you know, get my videos to do well. But I don't, what a lot of creators are talking about right now is we're not sure how the algorithm, if it's an algorithm or if it's a person that's choosing what our content is shown to, and what's flagging stuff on our videos. You know, I've always questioned some of the flags on the videos because for the most part, anyone can kind of, you know, report your video. And you can just get bullied for that. But it's not really a great thing. But also, like, there's just like you will get copyrighted for something that somebody else won't for certain reasons. So all those things are like just the inner workings that I'm trying to figure out. And obviously I'm not really affected too much by it. I figured out by now what I can and cannot include in my videos, and what I can and can not get away with. I mean, not that I'm trying to get away with stuff, it's just what I can, what might or might not be flagged at this point. Oh, that's slow start. That's unfortunate. So I'm doing everything to not put content out there that's going to cause problems. Plus, so I'm a smaller creator on the platform. Like, there's plenty of people who have millions of followers, and that's not me. They're being affected by these kinds of things. So I'm hoping YouTube does something about it soon to kind of fix how they deal with people. I was watching Jacksepticeye's video about it, and part of it is he was saying so many times how he was thankful he had, you know, somebody working like a YouTube agent or somebody like that. A lot of those big creators have partners with YouTube specifically, and you know, for us smaller creators, like if I have a copyright flag on a video, or if something's blocked in certain countries, my only way to deal with it is to either remove the video from my channel, take the video down, remove the copyrighted, remove whatever that section that got flagged was, and repost it, or just not deal with it. Like, I can't go ask anybody about how to fix it, you know. And I've always known that like these streaming and video platforms are pandered towards their bigger audience, the people who are going to bring in the money. I'm trying not to freak out over as I go. So, like, they don't care what happens with my channel. Like, not really many people do anyway. Don't be complete. It's okay. I'll deal with 50. I'll deal with 50. But they don't really care what happens with me. I'm not bringing them any ad revenue. I don't have ads on my videos. I sure hope I don't. I've seen a few that have, and I'm kind of mildly concerned about it because I should be getting cuts of that if they're making content making money off my videos. but that's something else. That was not even scary. Y'all got terrified for nothing. All right, it's torn. At least Larry's able to kill Larry, the legendary killer. That's why we don't mess with Larry, bro. That's exactly why we don't mess with Larry. But I am concerned for the people who get affected by random flags and stuff, and I think about like my future on the platform. What happens if similarly like what happened to Nate Wants to Battle on his channel. It just got taken down because somebody hacked into, like, the channel was deleted and everything that they had worked for is just gone. Like, how do you recover from that? How do you come back from that? That's the biggest thing with content creators, is you always have that fear of at any moment everything can be ripped away from you. And it's like one of the reasons that I probably will never go into this full time. It's not the main one. The main one's because I'm not, mildly even close to being popular enough to even consider this as a logical thing that could make me money. But there's always that, if this was something I would do full time, having it just being taken away from me immediately is ridiculous. I put all this work in, just to mess up one time, or just to have one person who has a big enough voice shut down all my content. That's scary. We all face that. So I feel for other creators who are dealing with those kinds of things, and I would hate to see it too. At least that's quad resisted. So also the good part is I was confused enough that I probably snapped out. So yeah, that's been going on. So if you see somebody like that, just know that that's kind of the thing going on. I mean, I would expect them to have people they're preferring over my content, but I also expect that I'm a creator on the platform, that I would at least get a little bit of something. I've been on this platform for 6 years now. So started in 2016. Like, literally we have just passed my 6-year anniversary on the channel. So seeing other people who have been on the channel as long or just as long or longer, and they're facing these kinds of things, makes me concerned about me. And if the bigger creators are struggling with this, and the people that are making the money are struggling with this, who's to say, like, it's not something they'll just be like, hey, we see your channel, bye. Delete. Oh, we clicked the wrong button, sorry dude, I'll start from scratch, can't fix it. And that's just terrifying. There's a blue Pokemon we could have had. So this is totally why Nico voted blue, by the way, just so she could have her mascot. And she totally knew what I was doing and picked blue. To be fair, nobody knew what I was doing when I did this. Of course, the one person would be like, I knew exactly what you were doing. Yeah, I thought you would do something like this. Yeah, I asked you guys questions about, like, random things so that way I can make decisions off of them for content. I'm sorry. Like, it's part of getting you involved with the channel. So follow me on Twitter and follow me and join our Discord server. Those are the best ways you can stay connected with these kinds of things. And if you want input. So, because this color, the blue was only chosen slightly. Like, blue is barely chosen over orange, I think was the other color. So orange or green, one of the two. So those kinds of things are always a okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. Sorry, work. We'll get to the work thing. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the colors thing. Yeah, just join the Discord. It's easy to do. It doesn't take. It's a click, man. It's just a click. I don't sit here and preach the watch my other content because I'm a condescending piece of crap and want you to be and want my stuff to do well. No, I want you to watch the other stuff because you know you're gonna if you watch into this series, like if you're watching into the video as far as I'm talking about these kinds of things, you're gonna at least have some appreciation for the content. Maybe you just didn't click off and you know that's not my favorite thing, but you know it's helpful for me. I like watch time. But still, like, if you're enjoying it, the other stuff is right up your alley. I can guarantee it. That's Invisible Corporations, that's Twitch, that's TikTok. All those things are up your alley, so please check them out. Shameless plug. I'll talk about that again later. Can you stop healing, you stupid... So... I did look down on my phone and got it because I had a text message from the boss man. I've been taking over for him for a little bit, at least most of August and probably most of September. So kind of in constant contact and working through some logistics, just trying to get things done. And of course, like if other people have questions about like what we're doing or what projects we're working on, I'm the one who has to answer to it at the moment. So like I have to be checking my phone, I have to check my email and da-da-da-da-da. It's not my favorite thing to do. There's literally a patch of grass here. And I stepped in it, and here's an Electros. I stepped on an eel. Oof. So that's kind of tedious. I haven't even discussed like I went through a whole almost 60 minutes not discussing that, you know, the schedule has changed because it doesn't affect you guys who watch just like the series, like the YouTube series. They're recorded and uploaded at a set time. That's fine. But like those of you who watch the streams, like, and like I started school last week. Which is why we saw all the changes last week. And why I haven't talked about it is because I always record this series a week in advance. Just in case something would go wrong and I would need some space to record again. You know, it gives me like a full week to find a space to record. So that's why I set it up the way I do. It just helps me out. So I'm glad to do that. But also it does put out what I'm talking about a week ahead of things. So sometimes I lag a little bit. I don't think it's really too terrible. Like, it's not like I'm recording this to like the Invisible Corporation stuff where I'm like years in advance at this point. Most of that is because I recorded it, and I recorded it for the fact that I knew I needed to record it. Because I wanted to have something between episodes of Fire Emblem, so that's part of it. It's not a bad thing. That's definitely for sure. The content's still really good. Like I always do my best on content, but I do really want to keep these as succinct as possible and no. I want to keep up to date. I want to be able to respond to comments directly in a video if I need to, or those kinds of things. So I might be a week behind on some topics and some ideas, but yeah, I'll get to it, I promise. For this part. And I do appreciate everyone who leaves comments. It does. One, it's nice to read what you're saying. So definitely keep leaving them if you are, and that's why I give you questions today, so you have something to answer with. You know, I'm not asking you to write a graphic novel, but you know, you can just be like, oh, you know, I want to answer this question today. Let's do that question today. Thanks for I guess I don't need the willpower, but still. I mean, the other thing it does, you know, even if you don't you don't necessarily feel like you should answer it or you don't have anything to say, just say something back. It helps with the algorithm. Like, it really does. YouTube's like, oh, this channel is getting interactions. Like, every viewer is leaving a comment. Maybe we should promote this a little bit more. It's helpful. So just know that when you think about leaving or not leaving a comment. Oh, TM shot. I was like, what is this shot? So I can get SD, Meteor Mash, Ice Ball, Fury Cut. Those aren't really, none of those are really great. Like Sword Stance, not bad, but can I get the bike right now? I was gonna finish this episode up with Wally, but I think what I'll do is try to get some encounters, and then we'll go from that. Rydell, did we get the Mach and Acro in this game, or is it still just a color? There's two kinds of bike, the Mach bike and the Acro bike. I feel like I want to use the Acro bike, and I always take the Acro bike in Nuzlocke just because. Actually, I want the Mach bike, and then I'll get the Acro bike when I go to up the Fort Tree, because you need the Mach bike right now more, because when you get to the desert area, it's going to be part of it. So, you know, plus it's blue and it matches our theme. So that's cool. We can get an encounter here. I don't know if I want to try this encounter yet. I think I'll save that for on the way. So let's go grab this encounter and try to make our way across 117. All right, 117 gives us, we're probably gonna have to be just encountering for the rest of the episode. Clefable's not eligible, even in its shiny. Although I would count it as green. I would count Clefable as green, because that's the change that happens to it. So that's what I'm looking for with the shinies, by the way, just the what changes. So I guess Ghastly could technically, yeah, it's green. It's not. I mean, it's a little bit lighter, but it's green. I mean, Haunter I guess could work because the tongue does turn blue and the rest of it kind of stays the same, but it's a case-by-case decision, obviously. The only thing here is Clefables, so I said that at the beginning of the series, like episode 1. I'm like, you know, if it seems like it's blue, I'm gonna count it. And you guys might disagree with that or might agree with that. You can let me know. I will promptly be like, sorry, your butt hurt. I got what I got. That's eligible. That's not bad, though. That's not bad, though. At all. I can Grass Pledge. Because Nidoqueen is pretty solid. I think I'd rather have Nidoking. To be honest, I've always been a Nidoking fan. But a Nidoran, either way, is good. Because I have all these TMs that I can teach. And we saw all the stuff I already passed by. So we probably got enough to make a moveset, I would say, with Nidoqueen. Also, this is a Nidoran. Why am I attacking it? I could just chuck a Pokeball at it and probably catch it. We get an encounter here. We get an encounter in Verdant Turf. And, we do get an encounter on the route above town as well. This also gives us a cycle back if I want to go back and try to grab the Matang at any point in time. So, alright, this one has a set nickname for me. And apparently a lot of people do this, even though I'm not quite convinced on that. But some of them, like this Pokemon, I like to nickname backwards. This is Neclodin. It's a fun thing to say. I didn't quite get to where I wanted to get to. Nice dodges. I want to get this item. So we get a poison type. That might jump on the team actually. I need to see if I have a moonstone. Let's go to the pen. Oh, I could have Skarmory. And I could technically count that as blue because the metal parts are blue. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Skarmory would have been fun. I don't know if I could theoretically reasonably justify all of that. Yeah, let me, yeah. I'm cheesing stuff. Let me cheese stuff. This is a Mega Stone. It's Mawile. Right, the random stuff is going to be the same. I can't use Mawile though. Because it's not blue. It's shiny is maybe. Maybe it is blue. I don't actually think we get an encounter in Verdant Turf Town. No, we don't. There's nothing here to get an encounter with. But we can go through the tunnel and do all that fun stuff. Obviously, I need the TM for Rock Smash and those kinds of things. Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I can't use it, but I'll take it. Just be like, haha, I could have had a Mewtwo, man, if we did green. But, yeah. Seeing how the seed is, that's a good question of the day, and where I'll leave you for today. Question of the day, seeing that the seed so far, what color would you have picked? You knew everything we know up to this point, what the encounters would have been. What color would you have picked? I probably still would have gone with green, knowing that I could have had a Mewtwo. Why? But regardless, we'll save here in Verdant Turf Town. I might go get the item, the black glasses item. That might be helpful. I might make some team adjustments. We'll see how I feel. I didn't want to look into some things, so I'll get back to you in the next episode with all of those things. I might even take on the trainers on that route. Don't really like doing that between, but if I run into somebody, I'm gonna fight him. So just part of it. Thank you for watching this episode. Answer that question of the day in the comment section down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. If you didn't like this video, leave a dislike, because that also helps. So do whatever you want if you want to support me. But as I said earlier, make sure you check out all the links in the description. Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Invisible Corporations, Discord, all those things. Please go support me on the other platforms as well. And I will see you next time for some more of the Colorlocke. So until then, my name is Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe. And as always, burn it up.